Hello social media. I've shared some pictures on Facebook and on my website along with an article that I've written and researched on the fake coronavirus pandemic. The pictures and images show the predictive programming that has occurred in many events that have been shown worldwide, such as ceremonies for Olympic and Paralympic Games for decades and other mass viewing events seen by millions throughout the world. I will leave a link to the article with this video. The Olympic Games has showcased microbiology and the concept of viruses in its images. Yet after showing these images, some have stated that they may be images of the sun. So I'd like to share with you and show you just how obvious and in your face the Olympic Games actually is in its endeavour to project the virus agenda onto the masses. So if you recall, during the 2012 Olympic Games, it was the first time that reports came in of the Ebola virus. These are the images that we are shown to prove to us that Ebola exists. Now later on in the video I will share information that rejects such claims, but for now I'm sharing the images for a reason. Now, according to the microbiologists, well, those on the payroll who've got to toe the line to get their grants, this is how virus replication works, with the help of glycoprotein cells. So with the help of glycoprotein cell receptors shown here, the virus wraps around the protein and a disc is formed. The virus is then pulled through via the glycoprotein cell receptors and attaches to protein in the cells. Okay, so let's just have a look at this image. So this is, as we know, is the Mittal Tower. That's the tower getting built. So I would just like to show you how this tower is a replication of how they claim that virus technology actually works. So just bear with this for 1 second. Clearly the trunk is the glycoprotein, the red tube is the supposed depiction of Ebola, and the observation deck is the disc created in the process. The man who built the Mittal Tower was also heavily involved in Liberia during the Ebola false pandemic. He was also involved in mining in the area as well. And let's not forget that the person who was chosen to choreograph the 2012 Olympics was actually himself famous for films about viruses. So does this look like the sun depiction to you? This is supposedly an image of the coronavirus. While the next image shows pictures of what I believe to be virus depiction with lots of cardboard cutouts of different nations. Whilst this image doesn't look anything like a depiction of the sun. And they do tend to use umbrellas to convey the spikes supposedly evident in viruses. So obviously we need more proof than what I'm showing you. Okay, so the Drosophila is the fruit fly, and this simple insect has been instrumental in genetics research from 1910, when a man called Thomas Hunt Morgan and his wife began to research this fly and discovered its links to the human genes. So during the Paralympics, I found a biological website that's shown the research involving the fly and the actions of proteins in genetics. And they call them proteins Miranda and Prospero, and the interaction between Miranda and Prospero on the stage at the Paralympic ceremony mimicked the story which was actually in this Drosophila library, including the journey and the interactions between them. So we had lots of images such as this vaulted gate and potassium channel shown as this image. As you can see, they've used apples to signify the green dots. We also have in this library a reporter gene, which was created using clothes covering Prospero in newspaper articles. The fly base talks about the interaction between Miranda protein and the Prospero protein, which involves the Miranda protein having to go off on a journey. The whole stage mimicked a neuron, whilst the actions of the nodes of Ranvier, which is called saltatory conduction, in which the signals are passed from one to another, was shown with this action. Open reading frames are spans of DNA sequence, and they were blatantly shown in the ceremony. So it's clear that worldwide events are showing imagery of microbiology. I mean, they even paraded the insect world, including the fly, at the end of the ceremony. Whilst the 2012 Olympic Games clearly depicted scenes that portrayed sick children and threats of what was to come. So in the second video, I would like to show you how all this ties into the latest fake virus corona. So thanks for listening so far.